30% of Bill Miller and number 8217. Hedge Fund is invested in Bitcoin. Bill Miller, former chairman of Legg Mason Value Trust Mutual Fund and current chairman of Miller Value Partners LLC, has revealed that Bitcoin holdings comprise approximately 30% of the assets in Miller Value Partners MVP1 hedge fund. The share of Bill Miller and number 8217. Hedge funds and number 8217. Assets invested in Bitcoin has gone from 5% to 30% in just 12 months. In a recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, Bill Miller has revealed that roughly 30% of the assets in Miller Value Partners LLC's $154 million USD MVP 1 hedge fund are invested in Bitcoin. The share of the fund's total that is represented by Bitcoin holdings has significantly increased, following Bitcoin's price gains of approximately 600% this year and number 8211, as Bitcoin represented just 5% of MVP1's assets in 2016. Mr. Miller states that the MVP1 hedge fund has gained in value by approximately 72.5% so far during 2017. In a letter sent to investors last week, Mr. Miller estimated that the average price paid for the fund's Bitcoins was approximately $350 USD per coin. Although Mr. Miller has stated that the fund will not purchase any additional Bitcoin at current prices, he is reported to have said that he would be willing to put 1% of his liquid net worth into Bitcoin if he were not privately exposed to the Bitcoin markets. Mr. Miller first invested in Bitcoin during 2014. Mr. Miller's letter presents a balanced and impartial outlook for Bitcoin's future, describing Bitcoin as number 8220. A technological experiment that may or may not prove to have any long-lasting value, and number 8221. Mr. Miller states in number 8220, Bitcoin has a market capitalization greater than 90% of the companies in the S&P 500, but it still might fail. I don't know, and neither does anyone else. No matter how certain they are of their opinion, I believe there is still a non-trivial chance Bitcoin goes to zero, but each day it does not. That chance declines as more venture capital flows into the Bitcoin ecosystem and more people become familiar with Bitcoin and buy it. In Mr. Miller's letter, he notes that a murderer's row of prominent investors have been predicting an imminent popping of the Bitcoin bubble, including Warren Buffett, Jamie Dimon, and Howard Marks. In an interview 2014 with CNBC, Mr. Miller rejected Warren Buffett and number 8217's then recent criticisms of Bitcoin, stating if Bitcoin becomes only 10% as popular gold, then it's an $800 billion market value. In June of this year, Mr. Miller described Bitcoin as a true disruptor and true innovation in money.